All right, all right. We are live. What's up, everybody? It is me, Mike Vanderpool, aka Get Good Dad, and holy mackerel, I'm freaking tired and beat up. It's been a long 3 days. I've had the flu, so if you notice a little bit of that grossness going on, I'm gonna try not to sniffle. I've taken my Alka-Seltzer, all that good stuff. I'm gonna try not to be gross, but this is the best me that you're gonna get right now. So it is 8:59. We're 1 minute early to class. Usually I like to show up a little bit earlier than this, but again, came home from work, took a nap, dealt with my kids, played with my kids. Is probably the better way to say that. Hung out with my son for a little bit, made some cool stuff happen, and here we are now. If you notice the flashing light over there, I'm rewatching, kind of, sorta, the Bills Chiefs game. That was an exciting weekend. What's up, person watching this? I'm gonna double check, make sure that y'all can hear me and everything. There's my reminder to take out the trash yesterday. Yeah. We did, actually, my wife did that, and then I brought the cans in. That's happy wife, happy life. Hey, what's up, Robert? How's it going? Things are well. I'm recovering from a little bit of a bug, but onward and upward. Lions have won. Lions are a team of destiny. I don't even know how to handle this right now, uh, other than let's go Lions, man. How are you doing? I'm assuming you can hear me okay, or else you'd probably say something. I was on a stream the other day. I was not streaming. I was watching somebody else stream. This dude does it in the mornings. Coach Dan does a phenomenal job. Like every morning, he does Lions talk, and he didn't have audio one day. And people in the chat were like, "Hey, you got no audio? You got no audio?" I'm like, "How does he not know he doesn't have audio?" Anyway, that happens. Oh, here we are. Every morning, he does Lions talk, and hi. He didn't have audio one day. And people sweet. So there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and shut that down. Come in here. Yeah, I'm 47, bro, and it's like, so you know, it's wild. Like, it's just wild because I think it snuck up on us. Even the most optimistic Alliance fans like Crackman and Superfan and Lion Eyes and Megan Stefanski, Uperman's daughter, they are the from the day I met them, right? From the first time I interviewed uh, uh, Lion Eyes at a tailgate, hung out with Crackman. Like, these dudes were just like, they believed every year, every day from day one. And I wasn't like that, right? Like, I was a little bit of an angry Lions fan, for lack of a better way to say it, back in the day. But dude, I don't even think other than the eternal optimists, I don't even think the best predictors believed. And Dan Campbell's come out and said some stuff about, if you didn't believe, blah blah blah, don't get on the bus now. It's like, dude, we've been dealing with some bullshittery with the Lions organization for a long time. I'm sorry if it took us a while, myself included. I never was off the bus, but to be fully on the bus, it took a little bit, Dan Campbell. So have some grace, everybody. Have some grace for Lions fans. We've been through some bullshit. I'm gonna just say it like that, right? Yeah. I mean, and why would they think anything different, right? Now, my tune totally changed. My tune totally changed regarding the Lions last year. Last year, at that game, they started winning, right? I mean, that's it. Like, you don't change a culture by saying, "Hey, we're going to change the culture." You change the effing culture by winning. You change the culture by being what you say you are. Like, you can't just walk around and say, "Hey, I'm a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. I'm a millionaire." When they expect to be a freaking millionaire. That's why that whole, like, I don't know, fake it till you make it, believe it, blah 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 blah. I get it, and it's good to have a positive mental attitude. But at the end of the day, you got to put out proof, right? What's up, Sam? Yeah, Lions, dude. It's freaking crazy. I'm going to say this: F the Packers, because if they would have won, I could have sold my ticket for $2,000, and not sure if I would have sold it. That would have been a long conversation with my wife and I. A very long conversation with my wife and I about what would happen with my ticket for that, if Green Bay would have come here for the championship. But, like, at the end of the day, man, like, yeah, end of last year is when I got confident that the Lions were capable of at least competing. And that's all I think we've ever really wanted, right? Like, and that's why many of us right now are just kind of like, "Ooh, wow, this is all like gravy," because for my entire life, they've barely been able to compete. My 96% of the Detroit Lions seasons that I've been paying attention, that's a fair number. 96%. This time of year, we're talking draft, dude. A month ago, 2 months ago, we'd be talking draft. So have some grace for the Lions fans who still are struggling. But the people who are using those 3 letters and the people who are just going to be the eternal haters, there's nothing you'll be able to do about them. My best advice, I've thrown it out there on Twitter, just mute that stuff because nothing's going to make them happy. The only thing that makes them happy is you giving them attention for their negative bullshittery. And then that just reinforces them being more negative and bullshittery-ish. Because everybody just wants attention. At the end of the day, like even the introverts, they just want attention because maybe their mama didn't love them or something. I don't know, man. Anyway, that might be the sinus medication talking there a little bit. Sorry if I'm off the rails tonight. It is 100%. 50% the science medication, sinus medication, and 50% just me being me. So y'all signed up for this, so you know what you're getting. But dude, and I know I want to get into the stuff, but I will talk Lions forever. Like, I hated Jared Goff, dude. Jared Goff pissed me off. Even early this year, Jared Goff, I was not a true believer in Jared Goff. Now, Jared Goff is like every other quarterback in the NFL. I don't care. Even Patrick Mahomes, right, on the TV over here. If you don't have a good team around you, if you don't have a solid, you're only going to be as good as your offensive line. A team is only going to be as good as its offensive line. I don't care. Your defense can be stellar. Okay, great, whatever. But at the end of the day, you got to score some points to win. And if you don't have a good offensive line, you're not going to score points consistently. And look at the Lions. Look at the 30-year history of the Lions from when we won till now. Like, you had Dominic Raiola, an undersized center. When they were winning with Barry, or Barry's first couple of years, right, when they were competing, they had a great offensive line. Then Eric Andelsack gets run over by a truck, and Utley, gets paralyzed on the field. That offensive line, since then, it was Raiola, and go through and look at the draft picks during the Stafford years. We barely did anything to help the trenches when Stafford was here. Yeah, we got Sue on the defensive side of the ball, but then Lynn Walk. I mean, yeah, O-line and defense, it's in the trenches. And that's why you see me post sometimes. It's a stupid, simple game. Like, if you've got an offensive line that can create a hole, even my skinny old ass can fall through it for 2 yards, 3 yards. But yeah. Anyway, I never played football. I just, I'm not even very good at Madden. I just think I know what I'm talking about and pretty good at BSing that I know what I'm talking about, which is why I'm a teacher, which is why I'm using my attention that I'm getting on Twitter to try to teach people stuff, man. Yeah, dude, look at the people that have won a Super Bowl. Nick Foles, Joe Flacco. Like, I'm sorry, you just need somebody that can complete some passes, hand the ball off, and not freaking butt fumble. Legitimately. Heck, even the guy that butt fumbles is pretty good. I think. Who butt fumbled? Was that Tom Brady? Again, sinus medication. Leave me alone. All right. So I do want to get into what I'm talking about. So the way that this is going to work is I'm going to shoot we're shooting this video right now. I'm going to go through and talk about merch, specifically because you guys have seen some of my stuff, right? The Get Good Dad logo on stickers. I'm sending this out with some of my free shipments and other stuff that happens. My boy Bowtie, he's got some merch out for his stuff on Whatnot. He does a great job. He sells some amazing stuff. He's one of those guys that just finds cool stuff. So if you're on Whatnot, Bowtie Collectibles is who you want to check out. You've seen some of the pictures I've posted for Mark. Remember when people used to debate Mark Sanchez or Stafford? The frick, dude. Nobody knows stuff about nothing when it comes to the NFL. I'm sorry. All these experts on TV don't know spit. Either that or they're just up there kind of, hey, you take this side, so we got some entertainment for the people. But I'm going to go through right now in a couple things. Number one, I'm going to buy a domain tonight. So you're going to see how to buy a domain. And I might actually just wire that into a store selling merch. And I'm actually going to make some merch. So very first thing, let's just make some merch. What's up, Niakila? How are you? Did you see the picture I sent you? I got your shipment out today. Doing everything I can to get caught up on shipping because that stupid free shipping thing free cards thing I did is still I'm never going to be done shipping those dumb things. Hope everybody enjoys those free cards. I'm trying to send some quality stuff too. So let me go ahead and I'm going to share my screen. And the first thing that I'm going to do, everybody. This is just like my old classes I used to teach. I used to sing all the time. I love singing. Can't sing, but I love singing. I'm going to go to Canva. Canva is the place that I go to design all my graphics. Now, I used to teach visual communication graphic design, and I know the Adobe tools up, down, left, and right. For the vast majority of what anybody needs to do for small business, the Adobe products are overkill and way too freaking expensive at $30 a month. Pay for the rest of your life. I get it, but for what we're doing, for the vast majority you need to do, we don't need to do that. I'm going to go and create a design. And you don't actually, you can create a hoodie. Huh. Well, shoot, let's do this. I'm going to create a hoodie. And honestly, it's just a size here. I don't even know what size it is, but then they will actually give you the option to print your hoodies from here. So we'll see what happens. $34 for a hoodie. Let's see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make an all grit hoodie. All right. So I know I'm going to have the text all grit, and hashtag all grit seems to be a Lions thing that for some reason they haven't hashtagged or trademarked, or somebody else has a trademark in it, or something. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do all grit. And you'll notice here, I've got them lowercase letters because what's cool is a lot of these tools, I don't know if you can see that. All right. Yeah, it's closed. I should be able to see it better. A lot of these tools have the option to go in and actually just make all caps. So you don't even have to worry about all caps and stuff. But there we go. All grit. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to grab a lion element. Now, this is the one thing you'll see on some of these. They've got the pro symbol underneath it here. And interrupt me, anybody, if you've got any questions at all. Interrupt me at all with any questions. I like to do this as kind of maybe a back and forth with stuff. Also, my daughter is going to, hi Pip, is going to be editing this down into a shorter form, less rambling, less less of the dumb stuff I get sidetracked with. Oh, that one's kind of cool. That one's kind of cool. I like something. I mean, all grit's got to be something fierce, though, right? See, this one is super dope. I love that look, but I think I'm going to use that for something else. I'd like to find a line. Oh, look at, there we go. Look at that. Look at that. I like that lion roar right there, right? Okay, we can do something like that. Let's go here. Detroit Lions, Honolulu Blue. And I don't know if I'm violating the letter of the copyright law or trademark laws at this point, but I'm going to make this Honolulu Blue and Silver. All grit. Again, they don't even have the domain. You guys saw me maybe posting that earlier on Twitter. They don't even own the freaking domain. So we're going to do something like that. I'm going to come in here, and I really, really, really like this on black. So I'm going to go ahead, and I'm also then going to make a silver version of this. Boom, 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 boom. Come in here and do that. There we go. And then you can actually send things forward and back. There's hotkeys for doing this. So like control or command, square bracket will make it go back and forth. But I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to go and send that to the back. So now it's got a little bit of that silver drop shadow on it. And then I can move it around a little bit. That looks kind of cool. And then what's super dope is I can come in here and then I can just group those things. And then I can move them both together. And I know I'm probably going fairly quickly here. But again, this is just me showing you as quickly as possible how to make and sell some merch for anybody that wants to make and sell some merch. And then let's go ahead and put a black background on this thing. Yeah, you can find that. Come on, black. There we go. There we go. That's what that'll look like. Let's actually turn that into the silver because that's kind of dope. Maybe we should ungroup that because I'm not, now that I see it on the black background, I'm not super happy with how that's lining out. Ooh, maybe, the main's got to be, that bottom right there is kind of weird for me. And this is where like a tool like Adobe would give you a little bit more flexibility with being able to edit this type of stuff. But actually, I think that's going to be okay. Yeah, just tweak it down a little bit. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. All right. The all grit, maybe that should be blue. Maybe that should be the Honolulu blue, right? Yeah, we'll see what happens. I kind of like that. And then let's go ahead and again grab both of those. We'll group them up. May change the size of it a little bit. I do kind of want something in the background to give it an accent. So here we go. Here we go. Ba, 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 ba. We're on the elements tab again, and we're just going to go with like a slash. Let's do like some kind of cool slash in the background, right? Or we should do claws. Yeah, claw marks. All right, we need something super dope though, right? Is that how bad is that? Bad to the bone. Do we want to make those white to stand out a little bit? Oh, that doesn't look horrible. What do you guys think? Or should they be silver? Let's rotate it a little bit so it comes across, fills the space. Yeah, I don't hate that. What do you guys think? Duplicate it. Let's go ahead and change the color on it. Maybe we'll make that silver as well. Move it to the back layer. That's kind of dope. What do you think? What do you think about that? I mean, it may revise it and whatever, but I think that's cool enough for now. And I'm going to try to fill the space. This is what Canva gave us for the size of a hoodie. So I'm going to go ahead here and just try to fill and use the space. And then we'll come in here and I'm going to have to find a better font for all grit. So we're going to have to do something like handwritten, not hard written, handwritten. Needs something. There's so many fonts. That's a big, huge. That's a little too fancy. That's almost there. There's so many fonts. Like picking a good, the right font can be very, very, very difficult. What's that one? No, we need something with a little bit more angly slant, right? To hang out with the other stuff. That's not going to work. School bell. No, I need something like graffiti. Let's look for graffiti. Or urban, I guess. There we go. That's not horrible. Change the accent on the claw marks to bigger for the silver. Okay, I can dig it. So you want the white to be a little bit smaller. Let's bring the white in a little bit here. Ooh, I see where you're freaking going. Sam, do you got a design background, bro? Let's go. I do want a little bit of space in there, right? Between the white and the white and the silver, though. Like, just to separate them a little bit. And what if, let's see if we, what if we spin it just a little bit? You think like that? That is a heck of a lot more dynamic, isn't it? What happened to that down there? Oh, maybe we can bring this. Maybe we do need to bring that silver up, though, a little bit. Just because all that down there at the bottom. You think something like that, Sam? Oh, just swap out the white with the silver. Silver on top and white as a shadow. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So let's go. We can bring this forward. Maybe. Control, click on it, right click, and bring forward. Like that, you think? White needs to be on the bottom. I can dig it. All right. And that all grit, that font's not going to work, dude. We're going to need something that's going to be relatively thicker, but I do like the graffiti look on it. And we'll go back to the design. Hit me up, Sam, with what you think on that. Anybody else, too? Like, hit me up with what you think. We'll make this all work together. Yeah. See, some of this stuff looks too cartoony, man. Ooh, that's not bad. Oh, Snapdragon whistle pop. I'm going to make that whatever. Kind of like these running into each other, too, don't we? And what if we did a silver background on that? So then the silver kind of blends together, right? Or should that be white? That all grit maybe on top should be white. No, that's gonna be too much. I kind of like how you can't read it. It's kind of there. I do like how the silver blows in the back. What if we did this 3 layers? What if we did that 3 layers? Maybe that's gonna be the ticket. That's the ticket. Is that the church lady that said that stuff? Some reason you can't always. Is that too busy? That might be too busy. Anyway, so this might be too busy. That's fine. I don't hate it. I don't actually love it either. What if I ungroup this now and if I pull the silver to the right? What if we do a happy accident here? And what if we did that, dude? What if we lost the blue line and just did that? And what if we did this? Can we actually make see it's not gonna let us make the freaking white on this transparent. F. Yeah, that's not gonna work either. I don't hate that though. I'm not gonna lie. I don't hate that. Let's do this. Okay, so let me one of the principles when you're building stuff like this, you want to kind of employ non-destructive editing. All right. Because yeah, we could go from here and we could try to make 30,000 different moves and variations or different kind of tweaks to it and be like, oh, but what if I like the thing from 5 changes ago? Undo, undo, undo. It doesn't always, it's not always the best way to do things. What I'm going to do here is this is in an okay spot. Like if I were to be like, okay, Lions, Rod Wood, we got to get a graphic out tomorrow, or else we got to get a graphic out tomorrow because the t-shirt company, we got them coming, like, and we had to have something rocking and rolling. Okay, there we go. But that's obviously not the situation that we're in. We're going to go ahead and try to make a little bit more happen here with a couple more variations. If we're doing this for a client, you may want to say, hey, here's 2 different variations. I'm going to change this. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this duplicate a page. And now I've got one to duplicate and play with. White on the bottom, silver on the top for the claws. Yeah, we do have white on the bottom. Okay. Keep the blue line. I trust you on that. It's like the shadowing is backwards. You want it to flow towards the top left. You think the shadow here wants to go that way? I wonder if we make that. I wonder if we make that black, a black shadow. All right. So we're 9:22. We will mess with this a little bit more, but I'm going to leave this for right now. Okay. So let's just say this is the design that we agreed on. I'm going to go to share. Actually, I'm going to go to print on hoodies. Holy fudge, dude. The line is looking up to the left, needs to flow. But don't we want, like, if the line's looking up to the left, don't we want the pieces to all flow? Oh, like maybe on all grit, we want the pieces to all flow in that direction. Is that what you're saying? Kind of, sort of. The one thing that is relatively difficult with Canva, especially when you get to this point and where it's different than tools like Illustrator, is it's hard to grab things individually sometimes. Ba, 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 ba. See what I'm saying? Now I'm in this realm of what are you actually grabbing, Mike? Do, 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 do. That's why it might actually be easier to do some of this stuff. It'd definitely be a lot easier to do some of this stuff for somebody that knows what they're doing in like Adobe Illustrator. Also, what would be nice is if we got some of these arrangements set up and then did some grouping. That would also make stuff a heck of a lot easier. There's one thing too, Canva does not, and that's not great, but we're going to leave it. And then I'm going to come in here, put that back. All right. So anyway, again, I could dork around with this all day long. Does feel a little bit off. I'm going to come in here, select everything, and I'm going to do position. Oh, I can't do that, can I? Because if I line center, then it's going to put everything kind of together. Yeah. Yeah, I'll tweak this later. Again, I'm kind of just showing I'm going to tweak this. But if I were to go to print hoodies right now, like I can guarantee you, I could sell that. Right? Oh, and we can actually show the back. We can do the front and the back this way. That's not bad, dude. Okay, so let's say that that's the design we're going to go with. Sweet. We could come in here and we could buy this our own on Canva, right? And have a nice little hoodie for ourselves. So like let's say you've got your own company or you've got a little event that you're going to do. You've got family reunion. You know, you see that all the time, like Vanderpool family reunion 2023. Or you're doing a family trip, something like that. Maybe we'll do that for next Christmas. So anyway, you've got the logo here. And yeah, I went fast with that. 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Let's go ahead here. We're going to share this out and we're going to download this and we're going to download it as a transparent background and as a PNG. So PNG and JPEG file types are different. JPEGs have a background. PNGs sometimes can have a background, but if we select this, won't have a background. And what that means is if we take this logo and put it on red, orange, green, whatever color, the color behind will show through. If we don't do that and we export just a JPEG, then we'll have that black and we'll background. And a lot of the tools that I've used for creating t-shirts does a good job of removing the background. But if the background color is also part of like the design color, it can cause issues. So I'm just going to do a transparent background because I know what I'm doing. I'm going to download this, hashtag all grit, boom, schlock, lock, boom. I don't know if you can see it here. It downloaded. Did I lose you guys? Yeah, you can't actually see that. It downloaded to my downloads folder, right, where my downloads go. So now I'm going to go to Custom Ink is a good one. I've used them for some stuff in the past. And it is so super easy to get started here. Dude, Canva's the... I taught graphic design for 7 years. And I taught the Adobe products the entire 7 years. If I were to teach graphic design again, I would still teach you the Adobe tools because it's the industry standard professional. It's what you can do amazing, massive, amazing things with it. But like, I would also make sure everybody knew Canva. Like year one people, especially where I was at, where it was a 2-year community college program. If you need to do something quick and easy, freaking Canva, bro. Let's go. Let's try to put this on a hat over at, let's try to put this on a trucker hat. That's a bestseller. Sweet. Nice little snapback. Start designing. Let's go ahead and, yeah, we're not going to do that. Dude, I'm a big fan of black hats. You saw my, it's too hot to wear a hat right now. Dude, this is like the coolest hat I've ever owned, bro. Bros and broettes. This hat is so freaking fly. And I'm not wearing it right now because I'm sweating. So design tip for embroidered project. Design simple. Yeah, we're probably a little bit too excited. Too much going on in this logo. But let's upload here. We'll browse. My downloads folder has the all grit that I just put in there. I really do like how Canva, like it was big on a hoodie, right? It was big on a hoodie. See, now Canva is going to limit the amount of space that you have. Now, how would that show up embroidered? I don't know. I mean, this is embroidered. This hat's embroidered. Right, raised stitching. That's the word I'm looking for. Raised stitching. My Alka-Seltzer's kicking in full force here. And yeah, if I look back at that logo right now, and sometimes you have to see it on the actual product. That's a big thing. When you design a logo, you want to see it on what you're building or what it's going to be displayed on. Like if you're designing a billboard, you got to see it big. You can't just look at it at a small computer screen. Here I'm seeing that if I'm going to shift over the lion because the slashes look a little weird where they're at, I might actually, is that what you were saying, Sam, rotating the slashes so that they're facing the other direction? I think it's probably what Sam was talking about. So I'm going to go ahead and just do that up real fast here. So if I were to come in here and make another variation, duplicate the page, come in here, and I think I can flip it horizontal. We're gonna have to do some rotation there too. Flip it, or maybe we just rotate it right like that. Anyway, again, I get distracted. I'm not going to go that direction yet. So then if I can come in here and this like legitimately get price, I could start a fundraiser. I could sell these here. I could buy them and ship them, or I can save and share, give this design a name, All Grit hat, All Grit. There you go. And I can come in here and put my email and save it, and I have access to it. So no spaces, no special characters, no hashtag symbol. There we go. So is this making sense, y'all? And look at my price here. Let me go and say if I want one of these. Boom, boom, boom. If I want one of these, continue. Your product has a minimum order of 12. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, you're going to send it to Canada, wherever. I don't even know. Send it somewhere. $30 each. Ouch. Ouch. That's because we're using 3 colors, so that's pricey. People are spending $40 at, like myself, are buying hats like that at the ballpark, but we'd like to get them a little bit cheaper. You may be able to take one of these logos to a local shop and get something done a lot cheaper in reality. Change products. Let's see what this thing would look like on a hoodie. No, we don't want a zip. Let's see let's just put it on. There's so many different variations of everything that you could put this thing on. Let's go ahead and select that product there. Some sizes are unavailable. That's fair. What color is that? The funk de Leon color did I pick? It wasn't black. Is black not available? Navy. Black. There we go. And if we go here, make this as big as we can. That's why in Canva, you want to fill the space. That's a little too close to the neckline there. Right? You don't want the graphic choking the neck. It just looks weird, right? That's not bad. I mean, yeah, we're going to improve the logo, but I don't hate that, dude. I could probably sell that. So now this is the one thing that with Custom Ink, at least as far as I can tell so far, doesn't let you set up a shop. But we can replace that. And now I've got this link here, and I could send this link to my folks, and they could buy it. And I think I can actually, I don't know if I can add markups or anything like that. Truth be told, I'm not a huge fan of Custom Ink for selling a lot of merch. What I've been using, what I've found a little bit of success with, and again, I only play around. I just like toying with stuff. I'm not all in on anything yet because I'm really just trying to figure out like what I should go all in on. The sports card stuff is cool. It's expensive. Really, if you want to be like anybody that's doing media around sports cards and ripping sports cards, you got to have some sweet YouTube money to make that happen. But merch around, Get Good Dad, Heart of the Lions fan, all that stuff that I've done. I have had some success with Bonfire. So bonfire.com. I'll just show you my dashboard. I mean, I haven't sold a lot, dude. I've sold 8 pieces and made $60. Right? Hey, Christina, how are you? You're a new name. Christina, thank you for joining us. I'm Mike. I do all kinds of nerdy stuff, fun stuff. Right now, I'm actually going through and we've designed a logo in Canva. Don't hold it against me. It's not my best work, but it's best I could do in 20 minutes. We actually went and checked out maybe potentially even using Canva to print our hoodies for us. I don't know if we can do markups and offer sell through here. We'll have to do a little bit of research on that. Then we actually went over to Custom Ink and threw the logo, the graphic on there. And now I'm actually showing the tool that I use, bonfire.com, for making merch, selling merch. And you can see here I've sold 8 pieces. $56 is what I've made in product sales. So what's 60 divided by 8? Math is hard. $7, 56. Yeah, $7.50 is what I've made. Oh, you need that idea for a slogan for Dubs live card break? Dubs. So is that dubs as in like dubs for wins? And dubs and breaks. That's a good one, Nikila. I'll have to think about that one. It'll usually pop up. I'm usually pretty good at coming up with stuff. But you can see here, this is my entire back end. So I sold one King of the North hoodie or a sweatshirt. I made $12 on that. On one. Wow, dude. I got some more of those. I sold this Lions, and this is I made back in the day when Dan Campbell first, I think it was last year, that team, somebody called us that team, and Dan Campbell retorted, can and will. That's not a great design. I apologize to the 3 people that bought those. I wish that would have been better, but that was just me playing around, figuring some stuff out. I did sell a Heart of a Lions fan t-shirt, made $3 on that. Anyway, so this is what I would do for this all grit. So I'm going to come in here, and this is dope because you can pick your product. So you can select up to 9 styles to add to your design. So I'm going to go first, and I'm just going to upload my graphic. I like this one better. Page 2's is better. I need to have the legal rights to produce it. Now, that's important. You can't, and you'll see it, people on the streets or online, you'll see them selling stuff with the Lions logo and other logos. That's not legal. And as a creator, I don't think that's right to use other people's work to without their permission to make money with it. Now, what's super dope is all that stuff from Canva, that's free to use for all of your things. So anything like my Get Good Dad logo, dude, that's 100%. I had that ninja face, that's from freaking Canva. And that's when I checked. I was like, hey, can I actually really use this? So this is kind of, I can dig that, right? I would wear that. Again, I want to tune it up a little bit. But let's see here. We've got a premium unisex tee. Okay, we can change the colors. So we have it on black. That's sweet. We can probably put it on, ice blue. Nah. Royal blue. Nah. I don't hate it on royal blue. But what's interesting is like customers can only buy it on what you make available to them. And you also have a limitation on 4 or 5 colors. You have a limitation of 5 colors you can put stuff on. I'm very, very, very selective of what I put graphics on, because in some situations it just doesn't look good, right? So premium unisex tee. Yeah, this is the other thing too. When people buy stuff that I create, even if it's my logo on somebody else's t-shirt, I want them to have a great freaking experience because I want them to come back and buy more from me. So the premium t-shirt probably costs more, but it's going to just be better for the user. You put on a t-shirt and it's a good quality t-shirt, you can tell. And I want my brand to be associated with feeling good and feeling quality, right? And now if you just got some brand, my brand is I don't give a crap about anything, and you're just going to sell some crappy t-shirts, sweet. But you want to maintain who your brand is, what your brand is. I've never seen that blue jean color. It's actually not horrible. I think if we did this see that black back there? Ugh, that black back there is going to be tricky. I do like the black. That black accent on this black t-shirt is super dope. Doesn't work on the white though. Do you notice that? Like that black there does not work on a white t-shirt, but does work on black. So you may end up exporting different variations of your logo to work on different, or I shouldn't even say your logo, because this is more than a logo at this point. This is too convoluted for a logo. But you can export different variations of your graphic for different colored products. Again, it's super, super important to really think about where your graphic is going to live. Like this on black is so dope right now, dude. The other thing I want to be mindful of too is, again, don't get up too crazy up in the neckline. Also be mindful where the pocket is at the bottom. You don't want to bang into that pocket. You don't want to bang into that pocket and have them try to print on the pocket. Now, why is that showing? Oh, because that's going outside there. You're getting closer to my heart. No, it's probably not going to look good in that color, so let's go ahead and get rid of that. I might just leave this all black. Yeah, we'll keep this simple for right now. Crew neck. What other products do they have? I don't think they have hats, though. That's the thing that stinks with Bonfire that I've found so far. I mean, you probably sell that, right? I don't care. F you too. Like, man, that is a brand. It would probably sell more than anything I'm ever going to design. So yeah, like they've got all kinds of different products here. Again, they don't have hats. I think Zazzle back in the day. Please don't be an adult site. Please don't be an adult site. Zazzle. This is a place where you can also make stuff. You can sell stuff. I think Zazzle had like skateboards. I think back when I looked at them a long time ago. But you'll see here they've got like tablet packs, business cards, phone, like you just got to do your due diligence, right, with where you want to put stuff. And then another one, Cafe Press. I used Cafe Press for coffee mugs back in the day, but it's the same type of thing, right? You create a graphic in whatever tool. Canva is one of the simpler ones. Export it, upload it, bingo, bango, bongo. There you go. Now Bonfire, let me go back to Bonfire because we're at 9:40 and I want to be done by 10. I'm going to, see, that black really bothers me on the gray. If I was going to do this and a gray variation of this, I would take that black out. And I might actually go in and just take that black out. You know what? That black, if I could make that part transparent, that'd be phenomenal because then the color of the shirt would show underneath and that'd be dope. You can't necessarily do specific things as transparent in Canva because you don't have that ability to get that fine into the graphical elements. But I could honestly take this, and maybe I'll do that next time. I could take what I've designed in Canva and then take it into Adobe Illustrator, which is a program for editing art like this in Adobe Illustrator, and maybe fine tune it. You know, I could change the angle of some of those, change the size and angles of some of the graphical elements as part of this design. But for now, let's just go ahead and keep it simple. Forget dark heather. Everything's black. Everything's black. Let's go. Because see, it looks like it's kind of not shining through, but showing through to the surface layer. Maybe we need to do that on this t-shirt too. Yeah. T-shirt time. Okay. So I got 4 products here. I'm going to go to next. Your design might be outside the printable area. Let me go ahead and fix that. What? There's absolutely no way. There we go. Now we'll go to next. So we could, again, start our own order and buy similar to what Custom Ink was going to let us do. But I'm going to come in here. How would you like your orders to be sent out? So 2 different ways that you can do this in batches. So with printing in batches, each batch can run for 2 to 21 days. Orders will print and ship together after it ends. I haven't tried this yet, but let's say, estimated payout. What? Yeah, if I had enough of a following and know that I was going to sell like 50 of these things, I would do batches and then be like, hey, folks, put your orders in now. It's going to ship in 2 weeks. And that makes sense, right? Because as a printing company, then they can print out multiples. It's going to cost them less money. The ship on demand is the one that I've used before. And you can set your own. So this is Printer Anderson. This will be on demand. So one person orders, it'll get shipped to them. They'll print them one at a time. A t-shirt base cost of $20, hoodie base cost of 30, crew neck, blah, blah, blah. Then you can go in and, add your own. I got distracted by some tape. You can add your own selling price. So like I can make this, so I can make 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, I could probably come in here and be a total a-hole, right? And try to make $80 on a t-shirt. I mean, maybe I could pretend fool folks to thinking I'm like a affliction or whatever the cool dads are wearing these days. I'm not a cool dad, full disclosure. But let's just say I want to make $5 a t-shirt, dude. Oh, selling price. So you can't actually do markup. I'm just going to leave this like it is for right now. That's kind of what they're recommending. Maybe that makes sense. You'll make less, but orders will be processed each business day. That's best for always on stores. That's what we're going to set up. So I'll come in here, bingo, bango, bongo. I would like to make money, accept tips at checkout. I never turn that on, although maybe I should. And I can come in here and I can add in. I'm not going to add in NFL. I'm not going to add in Detroit Lions. I don't want anything I design to be that closely connected to the NFL and their trademarks. It just doesn't make sense, right? Like you can see what it is. It's all grit. Nobody's got that trademarked. At least the Lions don't. There's a whole bunch of all grit things out there already. So I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to say all grit. If you know, you know. And I'll change this up, doctor this up. Ooh, they've got a little guide here and social media promo guide. I'll download that and check that out. Still got plenty of time. Use social media is a great way. Yeah, there you go. Is that seriously what they're giving me? Okay. Thanks, Bonfire. At least it's something, right? So now I can come in here, bingo, bango, bongo. This is what this thing's going to look like. I can pick, excuse me. I can pick what I want as my featured item. So what I want to show up when people come to the page. That product, we're going to set that hoodie. If it's winter, I'm probably going to promote a hoodie. If it's spring, I'll probably promote a t-shirt. If it's summer, I'll probably promote a tank top. If it's fall, I'm probably going to promote like maybe a long sleeve or the crew neck. Who knows? Sizes, sweet. I can schedule a launch if I wanted to, or I can just launch this. That's what we're going to do. And here we go. I got bonfire.com/allgrit. Add this campaign to a store. Sure, I'm going to add it to my Get Good Dad store. Notify previous buyers that you launched a new campaign. No, not yet, because I'm not happy with that graphic. Confirm launch. I mean, the graphic's okay, but I'm going to make it more better. And then I come in here and share. All right. Sweet. Continue. Skip. Boom. Bonfire.com, all grit. There we go. You could go buy this right now. I wouldn't. Don't. There'll be a better version because Sam, you're 100% right. Like that graphic is just whack. I like that everything that's going on. It's a busy graphic. I think that's kind of dope. Positioning is kind of whack right now, and the graphic itself is also not as good as I'd want it. That said, okay, so created a graphic, put it on some merch, got a store for some merch, but now I'm gonna go all in. Like I've let's say I test the market with this. I put it up on my Twitter. I got a whole bunch of Lions fans on Twitter and on Facebook from a Heart of Lions fan page there. And I get a couple people buying it and they're like, wow, this is awesome. I love this. And you get a little traction. Okay, maybe you want to build out a bigger footprint for what you're doing. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to go to GoDaddy. And I'm going to go ahead and buy something. Now, I'm not, spoiler alert, I'm not going to buy allgrit.com for $3,800. I really, really, really want to, but I just can't pull the trigger on 4K for this right now. But what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm probably going to buy allgrit.net would be, grit tall. Allgrit.info, no. Always grit, that's funny. Allgrit online, no, you don't want that. Allgritclothing.com, maybe allgritapparel.com. Everythinggrit.com. There you go. That's a good one. All Grit Live. If I was going to do like a show, maybe All Grit Live would make sense. Everygrit.com, All Grit Club. Holy mackerel. Allgritco.com. That's not horrible. allgritcompany.com. I don't hate that. Now, here's the thing. When you buy a domain name, and I'm going to keep this as short and sweet as possible. I don't know if anybody else has bought domain names out there, but I've purchased probably 20, 30 domain names in my life. That's a fair statement. You can't, unless you find a keyword, and all grit is a phenomenal keyword. Ooh, how long ago did you lose my audio? Thank you, Eric, for that. I appreciate that 100%. How much audio did you lose? So one of the things when you're buying a domain, you want the .com. If you have the option of getting the .com, get the .com. The .com, allgrit.com. Crap. Sorry. Well, it was probably just me rambling. Allgrit.com versus allgrit.net versus allgrit.info versus allgrit.co. As long as there's content on allgrit.com is going to show up 100 times out of 101 times at the top of the search engine result pages. What I'm seeing right now, though, is there's not a huge amount of all grit competition here. I mean, you've got some news sites, they'll be hard to beat, but like here, this all grit don't quit coming in. Like, I don't need the .com to compete with this place right now. I could get by with just one of these other variations. That said, I think that allgrit something.com long term is going to be better than allgrit.info.pro, whatever else. For no other reason than the .coms still seem to be the ones that always lead in the search engine result pages. That said, for today, S's and G's, all grit apparel, like this isn't going to be just apparel, right? Well, maybe it is. I think I like allgritco.com because number one, allgrit.cc, no, allgrit.co, I think is going to be the best way to go here. Allgrits.com. I mean, if you're in the South, maybe. Allgrit.shop. See, the thing with .shop is it costs $45 a year after this introductory rate. So you might be kind of mindful these introductory rates are not the long-term rate that you would pay for something. Now, granted, if I've got a website that's selling merch and I'm making $7 a piece of merch, I just need to sell about 2 pieces of merch to cover my cost for a year. Well, if I've got the shop, I probably need, what, 7 pieces of merch a year to sell or to make that up. But if I come in here and look at the search engine results page for All Grit, it's a .com, it's a .com, it's a .com, it's a .co. Maybe I get allgrit.co. Let me get allgrit.co. Now that's going to cost me $40 a year. But you know what? Out of the gate, it's going to be a penny. Let's make it happen. Full domain protection. This is important. We'll go with full domain protection. I'm not going to get into those details yet. Start your website for free. No, we're not going to do that. I might actually do that and show you guys some of that later on. We don't need an email. We can get by with a Gmail. We don't need Microsoft 365, any of that stuff for this. I'll come in here and bingo, bango, bongo. You're getting closer to my heart. If I do it for 1 year, it's $11. If I do it for 2 years, it's $40. Let me just do it for 1 year. So it wasn't a penny. They lied to me. Bait and switch. And then my full domain protection. So $20. $20, I'm going to gamble that I can sell 3 t-shirts in a year to cover the costs. What do you think? And it does offer the .net, .info, .online. You don't need to buy those, folks. You don't need to buy those. I'm ready to pay. Bingo, bango, bongo. There's my address for everybody who wants to see my address. It's probably not the best thing to have on the internet. But that's okay. We'll cut that out of here. Domain is being registered. You're almost ready to put it to work. Continue. Thank you for your order. Allgrit.co is ready. Based on your domain, we built a coming soon page. I don't need that. Let's go here. Look, they want it to be exercise equipment. I can dig that. I can dig that. Now I'm going to come into the back end of GoDaddy, and I use GoDaddy for all my stuff. I know people hate on GoDaddy, and there's cheaper alternatives out there. I've never had a single problem using GoDaddy, so I use GoDaddy. So here is the dashboard for Allgrit, and I'm going to come in here, and what I'm going to do is, look, it gave me a draft of website. I don't even want to do that. So much stuff here. Where do I want to go now? It's going to give me a logo. AI is just making everything so much easier right now. So the domain, I'm going to forward the domain. If I refresh that, it should be the hoodie because we set that. Huh. Why isn't it the hoodie? I thought we set that as the featured image. We'll figure that out. I'm going to come in here, and I could forward this to, if I had an eBay, Etsy, Shopify very easily. I can also just put in the Allgrit, Control C, bingo, bango, bongo, forward this here. Allgrit.co will forward there. Advanced options will make that permanent. We'll make it temporary. Don't worry about that. And then we're just going to forward only. Don't worry about any of this. This is all going to change once if I do decide. If I sell a couple t-shirts, I'm going to build this out, and I will go ahead and obviously do videos and document all this type of stuff. So right now, allgrit.co should take us to nowhere, but eventually, probably by tomorrow morning, allgrit.co will have gear on it, and I might take the rest of tonight. Actually, I'm not going to take the rest of this night. It'll probably be this weekend, or maybe if I get bored one evening here, and make that logo a little bit better and have that Allgrit gear ready to rock and roll. So I don't know, folks. What do you think? Does this make any sense? Like, just to recap, throw me a comment. I know you can still hear me because I can see I'm not muted, but what I did was we went into Canva and we put a logo together fairly quickly. If you just wanted a t-shirt, sweatshirt, piece of merch for yourself, you go into create a design. They've got hoodies, book covers, t-shirts, all kinds of templates, or not templates, but layouts for you to design to. I picked the hoodie one. We threw this graphic together fairly quickly. I think it's got some decent elements. Needs just a little bit of tweaking on it. Exported this thing, and then took that into. We played around and checked out Custom Ink. We checked out Cafe Press. Not really. I showed you Cafe Press exists. Then we went to Bonfire and actually put this on a t-shirt. And I can go back here, and if I ever wanted to make any changes, I can even just come in here, edit this, And then edit your design. I got to revert it back to draft. That's fine. Revert it back to draft. Yeah, I don't know why it was pretty low. It looked pretty low, and maybe that was on the product, on the hoodie. I probably pulled it down. Feels kind of high. Where's the neckline on the hoodie? Actually, that's not bad. The neckline on the hoodie's right there. That's not bad. We'll go next. Set your selling prices. We did all of that. On demand, that way it ships one at a time. But if you know you're going to sell a ton and got a crowd that's behind you ready to buy some stuff, you can do it in batches, make a little bit more scratch. You can do this to make money. I mean, that's what it's about. Why? Yeah, I thought I set the hoodie as the featured for the style. Oh, because if there's different colors. No, I want to for the entire campaign. So the entire campaign is the all of the products with that graphic on it. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to agree to the terms. Not going to notify folks again because I'm just not. And now when I go to allgrit.com, boom, there the hoodie's going to show up. Then we went in and we purchased allgrit.co for $20 versus allgrit.com for $4,000. And then we went in and forwarded that domain. This is through GoDaddy. Forwarded the domain. And the way that some of this domain, mother scratcher. Did not hit finish the other day? Oh, maybe it, no, I think it, yeah, it did. But then when you go back to it, it pretends it's empty. And now eventually allgrit.co will forward to that bonfire page. I don't know, folks. Does that help anybody with anything? The other thing that might make sense for some folks out there, especially my sports cards folks, are trying to throw in some things with their giveaways, would be Sticker Mule. Sticker Mule is ridiculously phenomenal. Like, I'm going to make a custom sticker right now. I'm going to go ahead and do a die cut sticker because die cuts are just dope. 3-inch, it'll be a big honking sticker there. Actually 2-inch. The ones that I ship out, these are the 2-inch stickers. I think these work really, really well. The price is right on them too. That's $1 a sticker, 75 cents a sticker. Same thing. You just upload your artwork and bingo, bango, bongo. Like, I could order this and have die cut stickers. I'm wondering how that would cut with all the graphics and everything, and have stickers to ship with my stuff. So that's it. That's me. This is what I do. I love showing people stuff, giving people ideas for how they can make some money in this new kind of creator economy. Tomorrow night I'm going to be doing the YouTube partner program part 2. The first night I kind of just did a surface overview of everything. Tomorrow I'm going to go in and turn some buttons on, set up the membership stuff, and part of that is the ability to sell merch. And I'm pretty sure Bonfire and YouTube partner program, I'm pretty sure that Bonfire, yes, Bonfire is available through the YouTube monetization program. So all the stuff that I set up in Bonfire, maybe not all, but some of the stuff I set up in Bonfire, I can connect to the YouTube through the YouTube partner program monetization, and then I can have that merch. Maybe you've seen, I think Colin Cowherd. Take a look here. We're getting some good traction on this video. Nice. If I go to YouTube, you'll see what I'm talking about here. This is what we'll look at a little bit tomorrow. Colin Cowherd. He was the one that I saw doing it. Let's mute Colin. I love you, Colin, but I'm going to mute you. I thought Colin was the one. Anyway, I've seen people, maybe you've seen them, where you can buy like their gear underneath. Yeah, we'll have to check it out. Anyway, oh, hey there, we're live. We'll check that out tomorrow for sure. So if you guys don't have any questions, I'm cool to kind of wrap it up. It is 10:03. I think I did a good job. An hour is more than anybody needs of me. Just ask my wife. Weird. But anyway, everybody cool? Last chance for romance. Questions, comments, concerns. Tomorrow, we're going to do the YouTube partner program. Wednesday, we're going to do, thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. Wednesday, we're going to do a giveaway. I'm not sure what I'm going to give away. It won't be a $100 card. I'll tell you that. What I'll probably do, I think here's what I'm going to do for the giveaway on Wednesday. And Nikhil, I haven't forgot about your question. I think on Wednesday, I'm going to give away 4 cards, one from each of the 4 teams remaining. Then they're not going to be big bangers because, dear God, I'm going broke here trying to make this happen. But there'll be 4 cards. We'll get a Lions card, a Chiefs card, a Bills card, and a Ravens card in the mix for the giveaway. That will have 4 giveaways for Wednesday. And then Thursday, I'm going to go back to my card comps, and we're going to play around with more of that GPT stuff because I'm telling you, folks, like, you don't have to be a coder anymore. And honestly, being a coder helps, but you just have to be somebody who can think, design, and then be able to communicate those designs to other people to help make stuff happen. That's it. So thank you for hanging out, everybody. I truly, truly, truly appreciate it. I feel like I should do a duck race, but I'm tired, y'all. And we'll do some duck races on Wednesday. How's that for a deal? Cool. All right, y'all. You know where to find me. Peace and chicken grease. Be good to each other.